Hi, hello my viewers. How are you? How are you doing? How is everything? This is Prudence from Flashy Arts Africa, and you are welcome to the Flashy Moments once again. So we are going to have a guest as usual. We're going to have a guest who is going to be talking about judgment. Are you good at judging? Have you been judged before? This is yours. So just subscribe to the channel just in case you haven't, and if you have subscribed, you can invite others to also subscribe as we are enjoying this episode. So Grenia, you're welcome.
Thank you.
We are so happy to have you today.
I am humbled to be here. Thanks for having me.
You're welcome. So say hi to our people, introduce yourself to our people.
Hello, our lovely viewers. Hello, Flashy Arts viewers, friends. You're welcome to our channel. And by the way, if you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Because we have a lot of stuff for you. But welcome on board. I'm humbled that you're watching.
Okay, so that's Grenia. This is going to be our person to talk to today. So today, you see, our generation these days, it is so full of judgment. Everyone is so judgmental.
Of course.
Everyone, especially if you're old, they'll give you some category of judgment. Then if you're youth, you have yours. Then if you're a teenager, you have some different judgment. So, okay, in your own words, explain to us what judgment is. Like someone would hear us talking about judgment, but they really want to know what judgment is.
Okay, personally, I would describe judgment as the perception of other people. How people view the world, their understanding of things, the understanding of someone or things, or
what they think it
they think it should be. But the personal perception.
Okay, so do you think this judgment, do you think it's just that people do not want to be like rebuked or blamed for the wrong they do? Let's say, I'm going to be specific. You do music.
Yes, I do.
So, do you think, okay, before we go to that, what judgment have you gone through as a singer, as an artist, as a stage performer?
With us musicians, it's very tricky. It is actually interesting, but very tricky and sometimes tiresome and how do they call it? Exhausting.
Oh, yes.
The biggest part is the negativity, especially for us women, because most people perceive it like if I'm a musician, then I'm a prostitute.
I know.
I won't get married. I cannot manage a relationship.
I know, right? I know. Like they drive everything to marriage and relationship.
Yes.
Because sometimes, let's say an artist or a singer will get into a relationship and they're like, it will end in tears.
Thank you.
Everyone will easily conclude that way. Why is it why do people think that maybe an artist or someone maybe in the limelight cannot hold a relationship?
Because one thing that I've noticed is, when you're a musician and you're in the limelight, everyone is looking at you. You have access to so many people, and it's not that other people do not meet very many other people, but for us it's different. Like, it's in the camera, everyone is watching. So when people see you associating with so many people and many people are around you, so they think, this one cannot settle with one person.
Oh no, that's sad. But is it that these girls do not want to be rebuked, like they do not want to be put straight, because they'll be like, but babe, the way you carry yourself isn't good. And someone might perceive it negatively. They're like, I can do what I want. Do you think it's because these girls do not want to be told the truth?
Okay, it's a two-way thing because people are different. One, we have this, like someone comes to approach you and they're telling you a criticism, or they're helping you, telling you how you are supposed to do certain things. So there are those people who are genuinely telling you, okay? And then there are these others who don't even know where to, like where their lens stops.
Yes.
Like they don't know where their lens
boundary.
stops. So someone just concludes, like someone just looks at my rings. I have so many rings on my fingers, and they're like, hey, so these are the number of men that you have.
Oh no.
Yes, most people say that, but
that's
yes,
just
because
joy.
I just love rings. I love having rings on my fingers. So when someone looks at them, it's like, are these the number of men that you have? And I'm like, what? Like, really?
Oh, no.
So people don't know sometimes how to bring it to us. It's not that we are perfect. We're not perfect.
Yeah.
But when you're bringing it to me, find a way of bringing it.
Yes.
So,
Calmly.
Yes. So sometimes it's not that we don't want to hear that, but how you bring it to me also matters. But also, there are some of us that we have some kind of pride.
Yeah.
Like we think that when we have the fame, we have made it in life and we can't go wrong.
No one is supposed to talk to you about anything.
But yeah, we mess up. We mess up most of the times because we are human at the end of the day. So I think for me it is a two-way thing.
You see, what are those risks that girls in the limelight are likely to face? Because in whatever you do, sometimes at the back of your mind you'll be like, how are people going to perceive this? How are they going to think? Like, what are they going to think about me? Like, those things, you know? Like, okay, what are those risks? Because sometimes when it's too much, you might either end up making a wrong decision, or doing something wrong that will hurt maybe someone. What are those risks that girls go through in the limelight? Girls in the limelight go through.
Mostly when we are in the limelight, we are always trying hard to satisfy the public. And most times it lands us in trouble because you cannot satisfy everyone.
True.
People have different wishes, they have different demands
and perception.
And the perception. So I think for me the most risk is like we are trying so much to feed the public and then forget us. You know? So at the end of the day you find that you are no longer yourself, you are living for the people.
True.
So that is the major risk for me. I think that is like, what I would say.
And it's hard, by the way, if you try to live for people, because this one has an option A, the other one has option B. You're not going to satisfy everyone.
Yeah, it is so funny that like now someone will come and tell me that now you need to live in this certain way of life.
True.
Before you even reach where they have told you, another person has already come in and they're like, hey, you have to live in this way of life. And so you find that at the end of the day, you don't even have a landing. You're just swaying in the air.
Yeah.
You don't have anywhere you belong. So for me, that is the risk, the most risk for us in the limelight.
Okay, but now, why do you think these people judge us?
People judge because they are human. They judge because they think they rule us. They think because they look at us every day, they can.
They think they know.
Not that they know, they think they are responsible for us. Okay. Even when it doesn't concern them. Okay. And they also judge because they think you are supposed to be living in a certain way. And they also judge because of love. Okay. Sometimes a fan loves you and they think
I know.
Sometimes someone loves you so much that they will just judge.
True. Okay. Sometimes the girls in the limelight, you know, there is something we show the public. Yeah. maybe the way we dress, the way we present ourselves, what we post on social media, and how we brand ourselves. So don't you think sometimes you're the reason for judgment?
I would say yes, and I would say no. I would say yes because sometimes we take it to an extreme. We get excited because we want to. Most times we want to copy other people's lifestyles, and then we don't know why they're even living that lifestyle. So maybe I would say yes, but to the larger extent, I would say no. For example, a person like me, when I am on stage, I am crazy, very crazy, because I'm on stage. I'm performing. I want to make people happy. I'm working.
Sometimes you're in a character.
Yes, it is a character. Yeah. It depends on what I'm acting or what I'm like
performing,
what I'm impersonating on stage. So when someone meets me off stage, I'm a very different person. Yeah. Like very different. I don't even have that conversation off stage. But when I'm on stage, I can talk for the whole day. I can sing for the whole day. So when someone sees me on stage, they will think that in real life,
that's what you want.
That's what I am.
Okay.
For example, I'm on stage acting like maybe I'm trying to be like a beautiful woman, sexy woman who is maybe trying to seduce someone. That is on stage. So when someone sees me doing it perfectly, they think that in real life that is me.
That's so sad.
They forget that is just a character. So I've actually encountered that so many times. Like someone sees me on stage and maybe I made them happy, but they think that for them they have that extreme happiness.
Okay.
So when someone approaches you off stage, they think you're going to be having that hype that you had on stage, which is a different person.
I know.
So when someone meets me off stage, now they're judging me. They're like, you're proud. But you know, like some people always ask me, like, if you can dance like that, how? I'm just imagining if I was with you in bed.
Oh no.
You know, like,
no.
So someone from what you, sorry to say this, but from what I'm the character that I'm playing, so that's what people think that I am.
Oh no.
Yeah. So sometimes it's not about how I portray myself. Yeah. If I'm on stage, I'm a different person. Yeah. In reality, I'm a different person.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you, let's say you're on stage or you're working, do you get people giving you their contacts, their maybe? Do you meet that?
So bad.
And how does it feel, or how do you go about it?
Now, there are some things to me that are no longer surprises. There are some things that are no longer scary.
It's something you're always ready for. Like,
yes, I'm always ready for. It is now normal. Like, yeah, you give me your contact, thank you. Because maybe at the end of the day, I even need that contact.
Yeah, that is true.
Because I need to push my work. I need to increase my circles. Yeah, so even if the contact is for a bad reason, sometimes I look for a way of keeping it clean, though sometimes it is hard.
It's hard, I know.
Yeah, it is very, very hard, but we try. Like, but getting contacts, man.
It's some everyday activity.
I
know. So about that, because I'm sure there is some little girl or someone out there watching this, what do you advise a girl who is facing judgment? Because sometimes it's too bad that they'll even, I do not deny people talk.
They do.
But someone will come, cook a story, make it look real, just trying to judge you, you know. So what would you advise such a girl?
For me, even when I'm judged wrongly, I always learn that even if you talk something bad about me or you judge me in the wrong way, at least I will learn that I shouldn't do the same to someone else. But then also to anyone else, any young girl out there, leave you. You know, everyone has their instincts. Trust me, when you're going to do something wrong,
You will know.
you will know. You know, sometimes we go astray, we do bad things, but deep within us, we know that I'm doing,
Right.
I've done something wrong.
Yeah.
So it's, for me, if it is the wrong energy, the wrong judgment, for me it is background noise.
True.
You're just making noise.
True.
You might even call me and tell me, and I will pretend that I'm listening.
I know.
In actual sense, I'm not listening. I'm just respecting your noise.
True.
You know. So let that negative judgment, criticism be like background noise. Don't let it so much into yourself, because if you give it attention, it's going to affect you. But if it is making sense, because not everyone judges us wrongly. Some people actually
They're
have
right.
a point. They are right. They are trying to tell us something. Listen to them. When you go back home, put everything someone has said on a plate. Pick what you
one
have.
is-
Yes,
yes.
which one is useful, which one is important,
Yeah,
which one is
that's true.
taking you forward, and what is not important, to the dustbin.
I know.
As simple as that. But above all, leave you.
True.
What you are doing, are you happy about it? Are you contented? Are you comfortable about it? And then also, let this not mislead people. Most times people, we think that we pretend that we are happy
Yeah.
when
I
we
know.
are not.
We are not.
We are trying to force things.
Yeah.
Make sure you are doing something and you are really happy and free and contented about
it.
So the rest, the judgment, the criticism, if it is false, it will just be background noise, like it will be noise.
You see, girls in the limelight. I so much love talking about girls because I know what we go through and I'm there. You see, sometimes suitors run away. They'll come and they're like, I like
So
that.
much. I don't feel like crying.
They're like, oh, I love that girl, but I cannot commit to her. Why do you think that happens a lot? You know, because someone will be like, oh, she's hardworking, she's nice, she's talented, but
Now,
I just can't, you know, just get to settle with an artist.
that has ever happened to me.
Yeah.
Like I had a friend, we were trying to connect, and this guy is like, you know what, Grenia, I love you so much, but I can't manage your lifestyle.
Okay, would you change your lifestyle for
Never,
love?
ever, never, ever.
No, because I'm thinking we are Africans, and now you see, marriage is also some sort of, what should I call, achievement in life.
Unless that marriage is going to be some kind of employment, but then for some of us, it is passion.
I know
It
you
is
can
who-
never do
it-
away with
yes,
passion. You can't
it is passion. What I do is passion. So,
because a man would expect you, because I hear this a lot. They're like, you'll get a guy and you'll leave what you're doing, you'll stop doing photography. And I'm like, no, I do not see myself leaving photography for anything, because that's what they perceive. They'll be like, oh, you're an artist, it's okay, you're just going to get married and you'll chill.
trust me, we have lost men.
And after they say, she has some ego, you know.
No, but let me tell
She
you
cannot
something.
be.
Like I was telling you, when that person told me that he cannot keep with me because
of
of
your
my
lifestyle.
lifestyle. He can't manage my lifestyle. At first, it hit me hard,
I know.
but later I was like, thank you, because I also
If you cannot support
cannot manage your lifestyle.
exactly.
So it is a two-way thing.
So you would be living for him.
Trust me, like now I feel like
It was a better.
thank you for that statement, because it opened my mind.
Yeah.
Like, if I'm ever going to be with someone, yes, 1,000 will go. That is very true.
That's true.
Because, you know, like, I'm here, I'm singing, and maybe a man wants to take a picture with me, maybe wants to take my number. There are people who will not feel comfortable. There are women, like, being around such.
Yes.
Especially those who will not understand our career.
Yeah.
And there are lots of them, and it is okay. When the right person comes,
They're right. Because
we shall
sometimes
be okay.
Do you know sometimes when you choose to take a certain direction, even your friends will drop, relatives will drop.
They do.
Even someone maybe who thought they would become your friend, they'll back off and be like, that one, you know? They think people who do music, who do this, okay, so long as you're in the limelight and you're not in charge, even just people these days, they'll term you as omiai, you know? They're not going to look at what you're doing as a career or a passion or something. No, they'll look at it as a sin.
As a sin,
you know?
Yeah, of course. But one thing I always have in mind is, atar muyai aben muya banza kwati bad. Because what people don't see is, me personally, I went to school to study music.
Yeah.
That is all I know. Like how someone would go to school to be a medical doctor, to be a lawyer, to be a civil engineer. I went to school to study music.
True.
So for me, my office is music. My office is the stage. My office
you can't
is
get
dance.
out of it.
I can't get out of it. So if you really want to make me feel like ndio muyai, niwe Dr. Short bazi kanokiva yo mwirwa roga. Niwe roya katuga kanoka. So atari muyai kwa tibare first.
It's easy to say you, and you forget that the truth figures are pointing.
Yes, but for me, how people look at music, how people look at musicians.
Because even at campus, me personally, I wanted to do a course that was maybe fashion, maybe MDD, such. But every time I asked Aneld, I'm like, how is this course? They would be like, those are for failures. You know? Those are... They'd be like, you did fail Form 6. Why exactly do you want to go for such a course? You know?
Now, I think that mentality is trying to reduce. Now, let me tell you something. In my family, at least 70% of my cousins or my uncles or my neighbors, they will meet you and say, hi, I'm a sister to Grenia.
Oh.
Am I a failure? Like, would you associate yourself to a failure?
No. You wouldn't really.
So the thing for me is the perception of music, the perception of performing arts. It is just that for us, we all, okay, everyone in their profession, we all sing. But the difference is, for us, cameras are always on us.
And everyone will see you.
And everyone will always see us.
Everywhere.
So the other bayaye, they are always behind the curtains, behind closed doors. So that's what makes people think that for us, we are sinners, but we are all the same.
True.
We are all the same.
Okay, as we are concluding, just give us a small tip to go with, like something that should always be at the back of our mind every time we are being judged. Because these things push us to depression or stress.
True. And so many musicians are depressed.
So much. Because you'll be like, first of all, they think artists are, you know, they do drugs. Every artist you see does alcohol, maybe like that, too much of it. They never think that an artist or someone in the limelight can ever be upright or straight. Now
let me tell you something. You see me, I sip some alcohol.
Yeah.
I don't do drugs. I've never done drugs.
Okay.
But if I have a performance, everyone that is close to me knows that if I have a performance, the only thing I take is water.
Wow. Okay.
You know when someone sees me and says, oh mana yate, why you just area vibe area ya batiro. No, me personally, when I'm going on stage, everyone that is around me knows before, like if I have a performance tomorrow, I make sure today is just water, juice, maybe porridge, but much of it is water, and then until I finish my performances.
Okay.
So, you know,
because one day someone asked me, but how do you even, I do not know how they found out, because me, I do not even do alcohol. So they were like, but how come you always are around those people? How do you manage? Because I'm very sure they're always high. Do you know? How do you manage? Like, what do you think someone would do to go past that? Because just as we said, it pushes some people into stress or depression. So what would you think? Because in that, even if they say you're doing drugs, yet you don't, whether you do or don't, you will not care. Maybe they say you use something, like you cannot be that good. There is something you use that will.
Me, I would say, try to get closer to us. Know us.
Yeah.
Not just looking at us. Get closer to us and know us.
And now what about the young girl who is just starting? What? Because at some point it will come up. Yeah.
It always comes up. Even me, you know, it will not kujirangu. We are used to these things. Like, it's not a surprise. What are you going to tell me? What are you going to that I've not heard or that I've not seen? Or what? How are you going to judge me that I've not yet been judged? You know. But then there are these other people. We handle stress differently.
Yeah.
You know.
Really, yeah.
So for me, I would tell these young girls that leave you. Try to do the right things. Because also, I'm not going to say that we are perfect. We also have people who have weaknesses, we have flaws, we have people who do these things. And maybe before someone judges all of us, they have seen someone do these things.
Or many
do these things. But also try to reach out to these people and know why they are like that.
Yeah.
Because we have been judged that you don't even have anyone to talk to. So at the end of the day, someone will just say, let me just do my drugs, so that by the time I'm going home, I'm already exhausted, I'm just falling on bed and sleep.
Sure.
So try to reach to us, try to know us, try to embrace us, because most of these people are quietly depressed.
That's true.
So to these young people, try to do the right things. Train and rehearse. You know, there's this perception of Munange, when you do some weed, you're going to reach on stage.
You have magical energy.
Yes, you have magical. No, me personally, I was telling guys that there's a group I was working with in Nairobi, and we used to rehearse like 8 hours every day.
Wow.
So people don't even know why I go on stage and I never get tired, because I have worked for these things. It is not something that I woke up and got in one day. No, I have rehearsed, I have worked myself off, you know. So to be where I am today, so if I have a good voice, just know that I have practiced, I have rehearsed for it. So it is not something that it is magic is going to happen. No, you have to work for these things, and then just pray. Pray. Because for me, if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be where I am today. I wouldn't. Because sometimes, you know, I grew up from a very staunch Catholic family. My guardian is a priest, blah, blah, blah. So with where I have grown up from and with the person that I am today, I get a lot of criticism. I get a lot of judgment. Because, you know, ay, kaharaka father.
And it's worse when your
mom na shongoro mchachi. You know, like
it's worse when you're connected or related to clergy.
Yes. So for me, the judgment has been too much, that sometimes people don't even know that sometimes I have to go to private, you know, therapies, counseling, blah, blah, blah. But, you know, I come out and I'm like, yo, I'm back, stronger. Yeah. So for me, I would say if it wasn't for God, I wouldn't be here. So pray, work, train, practice, and do good. Try to do good. Yes, leave negativity alone. Don't give attention to negativity. It's going to drain you.
Okay. So I want you to tell us the effects, you know, the few effects of this whole judgment thing, game and what do you think it comes with?
Now, this judgment thing, first of all, it brings us depression.
I know.
It brings us depression. Really? Sometimes you don't even feel that self-worth.
Sure.
You know, you feel like you are empty. Sometimes we shouldn't judge people for how they react or how they have taken their lives so worthless, because we have made them feel that way.
True.
Instead of advising them, encouraging them, we are criticizing them and judging them
and abusing
them. If we could bring the criticism in the right way, maybe. But most times this world brings the judgment in a very wrong way.
I know.
So it has made people get depressed, like serious depression. And then number two, this judgment doesn't only affect us. It affects our parents,
Oh,
It
yes.
affects our children.
True.
It affects even the people that we are dating.
True.
You know?
It's true.
So sometimes, and you know, these things now we are in a digital world. These things are on the internet.
Everywhere. Everyone will get to know
Someone
about
writes
it.
an article about you. Someone even records a clip about you.
Sometimes they fake.
And
Someone
they're
can
always
fake a
fake.
picture,
They're always
you
fake.
know?
They're always fake. And then just imagine, like my child, after how many years
Oh no.
is going to see these things.
Sometimes not even that long. They're at school and you see these kids are exposed these days. Sometimes you might try to hide it from them, but at school their fellow kids will be like,
Thank you.
your mother did this.
Thank you.
Oh my God. And that is just a
Sometimes
child.
I don't even blame the people that we are dating for leaving us or for feeling that they cannot manage. They
Yes.
cannot
commit.
They cannot
to
like
us.
yes, they cannot commit to us. What they hear people talking about us, what they read about us, what you know, like
Yeah.
it affects. Like it is not a one way. It affects our parents. You know, like your parent hears now. Like some time back, I hadn't brought my parents to watch some of my performances. So my mom used to ask me, but what are you always doing? So I try to explain to her, but then there are other people who are telling her,
Something
your
different.
daughter
Oh my
is in the bar
But why be that mean?
selling herself.
Why?
So, and it is when I brought them for my show, and my mom was like, now I really know what you are doing.
I know. And parents always understanding, but
They're always understanding, but you know, like now imagine they do not have access to see what I do.
and given that, and somehow I do not know why people just choose to become this mean. You know, if you do not, I do not know, do they do it because they do not like us? Because if you come and you say Prudence did this, Prudence is maybe pushing out with so and so, something that is baseless. Now imagine I have a partner who maybe is not in the limelight, because if he is in the limelight, maybe he would understand these things sometimes. But just imagine it's a random guy and now they've written about me. Prudence did this, you know? And then do you is this love? Are they doing it for likes, for fame, for why exactly
think
would
for
you
me-
tarnish my name?
For me, I have come to accept that some people are just naturally bad.
Okay.
Honestly, I have had some people talk some stuff about me. I have seen some people write articles about others,
True.
and you really wonder, how could this person sit down, forge
think
this
about
story,
this.
and think about this?
Look for pictures.
So oreba ngwe muzime muri nko mutwe. Not naye kachona ne World Cup.
Oh my God. So there-
And then also some people do it because they want cheap popularity.
I know.
There's a time I was sick. Recently, I had a cannula. I had a chest problem. And then someone is saying Grenia is having an STI. And I'm like, okay, even if it was an
Wow.
STI, it is my STI.
I know.
Do you really have to go and make and make news? Like,
Oh wow.
so some people just want cheap popularity.
Yeah.
But then some other people, they are just created to tarnish people's names.
they're there to stress others.
And me, I don't even blame anyone who goes and sues someone for tarnishing their
or
names.
slaps them.
They
Will
slap-
Smith
eh.
style.
I'm looking for a Smith.
Man.
Yeah. So for me, I feel like some people are just born that way. So, and then how this wrong judgment has affected us.
Yeah.
It has tarnished our names.
True. True. So
You know,
true.
sometimes someone cannot trust you because they read a story about you.
That's true, because sometimes these people who actually write these things, they forget that they are trusted and believed in. So they forget that whatever they're writing, there is someone who is believing it is true, someone who is taking it, someone who knows that, you want to know about anyone, go to so and so's page. Yet there is a lot of nonsense.
Yeah, what they forget is that some of us have a lot to lose.
Sure.
Some of us have come from far to keep the dignity that we have.
I understand.
So for you, you wake up one day and you want to tarnish my dignity
For your own benefit.
for your own benefit. It hurts. Into a full serious, but these things hurt. You know, like some of us, we have come from nothing. We have made a name.
Yeah.
We have that dignity. I'm sorry, I'm getting emotional about this.
It's okay.
Oh my
It's
god.
okay. Like you have a name to
Yes.
preserve.
You know, we for some of us, we don't have parents who have made names for us. We don't have parents
I understand.
who have taken us to big offices.
True.
We have created these things for ourselves. From scratch.
True.
So you find me, you don't even know anything about me. Maybe you met me, but you just see me around. You don't even know what it has taken me to be where I am today. And then you come and talk, you judge, you know. That is why I tell people, reach out to us and know who we are.
I know what he is before you.
You know, when someone knows you, they will not judge you the wrong way. When they see a problem, they will come to you and they will say, Prudence, this and this is supposed to be this and this.
Sure. So yes, guys, that was it for today. So Grenia,
Yes.
our last words, our last spices to our people.
Yes, our last spices, banange. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Uh-huh.
Hit that subscribe button. Hit it.
Please do.
And also you can follow me on my YouTube channel,
Yeah.
Grenia, Grenia. Banange, love us, support us, love us. All we need is love.
I
So
know.
be blessed, and thanks for joining us and for watching. We love you all. Flashy Arts, thank you so much for having me and for hosting me.
You are welcome. Yeah, yes, guys, that was it for today. And just as you know, we shall always be bringing more and more people here to talk to about different topics. Well, if you have a topic of interest, you could put it down there in the comment section so we can talk about it. Yeah.
And maybe the next person they want to see.
If you miss someone, you're like, I want so and so, you just say and there will be, you know. Okay, guys, till next time. Bye bye.